My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm reviewing Oud Royale by Armani Privé, developed in 2010. So this is £175 for 50ml and £225 for 100ml. And again, when we went shopping, they didn't have the 50ml, they only had 100ml. So of course we had to have that. The notes are oud, amber, myrrh, and incense. How do you feel when there are all these notes that are listed? Roger Parfums, he lists like thousands of notes, and I kind of think that's like so excessive and over the top. Do you understand it? That's what I've always wondered. It's great that I can have this interaction with my customer base. So do you understand it? I always try and keep it very simple. The simpler it is, the easier it is to understand. The more complex it is, it kind of can come across as a little bit pretentious, I think. I look at some of these notes and I'm kind of I don't understand how they sort of fit in together. I don't understand how there are so many notes. It gets a bit crazy to me. But please leave your comments below because I'd really like to hear what you think. So what are we expecting from this fragrance? I'm expecting really, really great perfumery. Even when I haven't liked that, I can't remember which one it was that I didn't particularly like. It might have been the Tuberose one. Even when I haven't particularly liked it, I think the style of perfumery is amazing from this. So I think this house is incredible with the perfumers that are working there. I think it's really highly skilled as a perfumer. I think I really admire this standard of work. But oud is slightly different for me because I consider myself now an oud house. Majority of my work now is oud based. The amount of oud I buy in is crazy. So initially I started buying 5 to 10 mil of oud, which is really expensive. The same with ambroxan. I remember when I first bought, I was buying 100 mil at a time of it, and then my business took off and I had to buy a kilogram. And I remember spending, I can't remember which it was, buying ambroxan like that. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm ever going to get to the end of it. Oh my God, it's so much. And now I buy 25 kilograms. I remember when I bought then I bought 5 kilograms, then I bought 25 kilograms of ambroxan. And now I go through, I think 50 to 75 kilograms of ambroxan a year, which is insane to me that we are buying that many raw materials. And I kind of feel a bit sick with buying that much. Because I was thinking, oh my God, am I ever going to use all of this? And if it's there forever, well, it stays forever. And oud now, I'm buying liters of the stuff. My best-selling fragrances are my oud fragrances. I find it easy to construct an Arabic type fragrance. And I think that's because of my genetics done. And I have more sort of Middle Eastern genetics than anything else. Citruses, fragrances don't work on me. But the ouds and sort of the heavy-duty fragrances, they really work on me. So that's why my fragrances are built like that. So oud, I think of as really what I kind of really know what I'm doing with. Citruses are the ones I've worked the most at because I found them the hardest, but the ones I enjoy the most are the oud-based fragrances. So I'm kind of really interested to see how a house is dealing with oud. Getting the atomizers with this sort of product, I'd like to see it a bit more powerful. So the first thing I'm picking up from all this stuff is a compound called sulfurine, and sulfurine smells of saffron. Works really well with wood compounds, works brilliantly with wood compounds, and sulfurine can be used in oud fragrances to give that sort of feel to it, or they can be used in floral compounds, and they can also be used in fruit compounds and citrus compounds with leather compounds that have trace amounts to give an interesting sort of feel to it. So this is like a Western interpretation of oud. I wouldn't say this was Arabic sort of oud fragrance. I think this is a Western interpretation of an oud. And this is a really wearable oud. I've smelled this loads. So the way this is constructed is incredibly familiar. I've smelled this I can't remember where, but this is very, very familiar. Cedar is really, really prevalent. And cedar smells of cedarwood, I suppose. There are lots of different types of cedarwood. Cedarwood Atlas, Chinese cedarwood is my favorite. And then you have Texas cedarwood, and I can't remember, lots of different types of cedarwood, but the main constituent is cedar. So this is a wood-based fragrance. So this is using high amounts of super soft wood raw materials combined with hard wood raw materials. Cedar is a hard wood raw materials, but compounds like Bangalore, Sandalore are very, very soft. There's one sandalwood compound which was shown to work in some way for male pattern baldness. So that's what I had, but I don't know about that. So I read some research that there's a compound within it which is good for sort of scalps and things. but again, I don't know. This is radiance. This is cashmere in there, wood-like raw materials, sandalwood, geranium, frankincense, cedarwood, patchouli, gagwood smoking out. It's nice ambers in there and broxin. It's really radiant. Radiance is intriguing to me because it's quite difficult to get, because too much radiance and it just comes off. Too little radiance and to really get anything a flat mess. But this is sort of like radiant and clean smelling, and the cleanness is the ambretellide. Ambretellide I really like. There's lots of different types of ambretellide. Ambretellide Supreme, ambretellide High Cis, I think, normal ambretellide. They all do sort of different things. This is really, really clean. On to my final thoughts. I'm going to be really, really honest with you. This is, for me, just smells like an oud fragrance. I'm going to be really clear. The construction of it is beautiful. Beautiful amount of naturals. So again, that 30% of naturals to 70% aroma chemicals. But it smells, it's reminding me of so many different things. It's got aspects of this, aspects of that. Very easy to wear. Inoffensive. It's got some sort of vanilla compounds, floral compounds. It's really, really well constructed, but I would love to have seen something Oud Royale. I don't know, it's kind of like missing something for me. This is just really easy to wear oud fragrance, and I'd love to see something more with it. It's got some nice notes that are metallic, so it's got like a metallic finish, and that's for sort of some ambery, heavy, juicy compounds which use a trace amount because they're so strong, like superpower compounds. But there's something missing from it. So I'll go through my final marks. The box is safely legal compliant. This company is super professional. The fragrance, I like it. Do I think it's worth the money? I think it's top end. Fragrances which are oud, if they're exceptional, I think if they are inspiring, if they're different, they would get high marks. But because I'm dealing with oud so much, you've got to really give me something a little bit extra to get like a 9 or 10. And I think an 8 is just like, this is just really nice corporate perfumery. A little bit disappointed. I think kind of expected something a little bit different. It's just missing something from it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe. More fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands. Cool fragrance views. Hope staying safe and well. See you soon.